With that being said, welcome to the new show on the block. Touching every topic, guaranteed to make it hot. Run them Phillip River spirals to girly running the rock. Run them lake show dunks to them game winning shots. It's a lock, it's a fact that we only spitting facts. Like who wreck a finna flop and who stay on top of that. Who the hottest of the month and who really spitting trash. Don't stress, just guess. This your favorite podcast. Everything should be dead after.
That's what he said.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending what time it is, wherever you are in the world, listen to us right now. I am Francisco, your host with the most, a.k.a. defective_TDK on the IG, and I'm chilling with my co-host.
What's up, everybody? It's Daniel, a.k.a. Unruly Pretty Rocco on that IG.
And you are now tuned in to episode 57 of
With That Being Said.
Danny, we got a situation on our hands today.
Is it because I'm all wet?
Is it because you're all wet?
Yeah.
Well, also, for anybody who doesn't know what just happened, but also, I'm just going to let their minds linger there. There's been a lot of talk about me, Danny. And
Talk about you?
And the talk about me
Is it good or bad?
has been mostly positive.
Okay,
You know?
I'm glad.
There's been a couple adjectives people have used when they bring up my name.
Like what?
Let me give you the first one.
Okay.
The first one, soulful.
Soulful.
Soulful. That's the first.
Soulful.
Soulful.
Is it, but
And that's the
you
streets
never said if it's
talking.
true or not.
That's the streets
That's
talking.
just rumors,
That's not
bro.
me.
That's not facts.
That's
You don't know
not
if it's
me.
not facts.
The second one
What's the second one?
is sweet.
Soulful
But that's-
and sweet?
That's the streets talking, though. But that's not me.
But do you
feel me?
agree?
If you were to ask me, I would say I was very humble.
Okay.
But that's
you
just if
can't
you
you
ask
can't
him.
say you're humble. People have to say that you're humble.
Well, the streets are saying I'm humble, Danny.
Oh, so now they say you're humble too? So
but
you're
that's besides the
soulful,
point.
sweet, and humble.
You can't let it get to your head, Danny.
All right.
You can't let it get to
I
your
feel
head.
like it is to you, but for
You
sure.
know, it is what it is at this point, Danny.
Uh-huh.
But I just found it very interesting. That's what the blogs and the Twitters peoples was saying. Because today,
What blogs, what Twitters, what people?
I'll tell you
bro?
off air. I'll tell you off air, okay?
For sure.
TMZ. I'll tell you later. I'll tell
Okay.
you later, okay? But I found it very interesting because today we have an interview on our hands. We have a very special guest, and it's the person behind the baking company, Soulfull Sweets.
Soulful.
Go ahead and introduce
It all
yourself.
makes sense now.
Hey everyone, I'm Vanessa Funes. You can find me on Instagram under groovy_Nessa, or of course my business Instagram. It's under Soulfull Sweets.
See, I told you. Sometimes the universe just lines up that
wow,
way.
interesting.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah, it's coincidental. Yeah,
Isn't it
yeah,
weird?
Of course, yeah, definitely.
Shout out to the streets always, first and foremost.
Dope.
Vanessa, thank you for coming on the show today.
No,
Thank you.
thank you guys for having me.
I really appreciate it. And you brought us some goodies. You brought us a cookie cake.
Yes, I
And-
sure did. With lots of love, dude.
Is it
So-
gluten free?
Is
Huh?
it gluten free?
Is it gluten?
Oh,
Fucking-
unfortunately, sorry.
We're mad gluten free in this bitch.
I'm just. Hey man.
Before we get to the actual interview portion of the show, though, I want to introduce you to a rule on the show. The name of the show is With That Being Said, because it's Friday and we're all sipping on a little something.
Yep.
Whenever the name of the show, With That Being Said, gets mentioned, we all take a sip of our drink.
All right,
Easy enough to follow, right?
got it.
I feel like it's gonna be easy for you. Do you like to sip? Like, is it?
I do. I
what-
do.
what do you like to drink?
It just depends. I like my wine. You know, I like my red
Oh,
wine
fancy.
or my rosé
Fancy,
or my
like a cab or like a Merlot.
or Marlot.
Okay. I don't know what the
Definitely.
difference is. I just know the names.
I was gonna say I knew a Merlot once, but that was a different time in my life, so we'll get to that later. Yeah, but thanks for being here. Obviously, you have this baking business, but before we get to the baking business, I want to get into you. I want everybody listening to the show to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay. So first off and foremost, what's your background? Like, where are we coming from? Tell me about Groovy Nessa, because I fuck with the Instagram handle.
So, I grew up here in the Valley, Sylmar. I'm the oldest of 5.
Eldest of 5.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
responsibility,
I
bro.
know. You gotta take
I could
care of-
never do that.
Nah.
I'm a middle child.
I'm technically not a only child, but I was
Most of your life you were.
most of
though.
life, like 23 years of my life, I was only child. Then I had a little brother
You're kind of like an uncle to your little brother, huh?
or like a dad.
Okay, look at you.
I know, man,
I wasn't
you know.
gonna give you that title, but that's what the streets are saying, huh?
Exactly.
Nessa, tell me, what are some of the challenges of being the eldest sibling? Because me and Danny, we really can't relate.
You get blamed for everything, right? So
Okay.
if
I wouldn't
your
know about that.
if your younger sibling messes up, your parents expect you to, prevent that from happening. Supposedly,
You're supposed
which
to be the
is-
good example all the time.
Oh yeah, definitely. You.
Damn, that's tough.
I wouldn't know, but I got away with everything.
See, I was the only child, so I got spoiled. Like,
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Even when you did bad shit, it was like it was
oh,
cool.
It's okay.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It's just
Yeah.
Danny.
Yeah.
Nessa, tell me a little bit about things you're into, because what I want to do is I want to try to connect the dots of how we got from Groovy Nessa to Nessa, the businesswoman, the entrepreneur.
There you go.
So things I'm into, well, I'm a pretty creative person, right? So anything that has to do with being creative, I'm pretty much into it.
Good, because
You
I'm
know,
not,
like,
so I need some help.
Like,
Teach me, please. Yeah.
Looking at we making contacts on this show, though.
Yeah.
but you guys, I mean, I'm sure you guys are big music fans, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
sure.
so
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, you have to be somewhat creative, right?
Well, what music are you into?
I'm into a lot of things. I listen to hip hop. I listen to jazz. Like I listen to some alternative rock. Some Spanish music. Some bachata. Or
I'm assuming it
Okay.
depends on your mood.
oh, definitely.
So
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
try to guess right now. Okay.
Okay.
You feel me?
All right.
All right. So Nessa, on the freeway coming home from work.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Was it a bad day or was it a good day?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, it was a little frustrating, but we got through it
But it was cool. Okay.
because it's Wednesday
Okay.
and tomorrow's Thirsty Thursday. That's where we're at in my head. We're listening to alternative rock. How close am I?
He's wrong.
If you
Yeah,
tell me I'm
no.
wrong, we'll end the show right
Yeah.
now. We can end the show right now because I
Sorry.
don't need this today. I've had a long day, so
No,
No?
I wouldn't say yeah. Alternative rock.
okay. Well, Spanish music, I was just gonna go with Tequila Nessa,
So Thirsty Thursday is Spanish music for sure.
but it was on Wednesday.
No, I'm saying Thirsty
Oh,
Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday?
Is Spanish music.
Yeah.
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 Well, then
that sounds
fuck you. You
about
take the next guess then, because I got the first one wrong.
Oh, I mean, obviously, if it's it was a rough day at work, she's listening to alternative all the way home, trying to get her anger through.
But that's no.
That true?
That was basically my guess.
No, you said kind of easy day.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
All right. Well, fuck it. You guys just do the podcast. I'll fucking be over here if you need me.
What you mean? If it was a super super easy day, she's listening to hip hop because she's just pumped. It was a good ass day. I'm finally going home from work.
Or is that her going into work?
Going into work.
Yeah.
I want something that's gonna wake me up. So something upbeat. Maybe some, I don't know, some rap, some Kendrick Lamar or something. you know,
Ah.
I was about to
to
go
wake it-
mad left field on you.
Really?
I was
were you
about to go
saying?
like fucking Shakira.
What? Hey, she's a beat.
Her hips don't
Yeah.
lie.
Her hips don't lie. Yeah, that's true.
That's where I was gonna go. It's interesting you said Kendrick though, because a little later in the show we was gonna mention that Good Kid, Mad City had its 7-year anniversary.
Yes.
So do you follow him that long?
Yes. Yes, I would say yes.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Seems like you're lying. There was not a lot of confidence in that answer.
You know what? It's just I'm really bad with names. Like I don't remember names of albums, like or anything like that.
You just
you
remember
know?
the music.
Yeah.
So
That's respectable.
Yeah.
yeah, but also I feel like earlier today she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go on a podcast," and they were like, "Oh, what podcast?" She was like,
Oh.
"I'm bad with
Also,
names."
when-
Oh,
So when she tells her, they're like, "Oh, I went on a podcast last
Yeah,
week.
check
Oh,
it
what
out."
is it called?" I'm not good with names, so honestly, I
yeah,
don't know.
that's how it feels right now.
But I know your guys' name. Don't worry about it.
What's his name? What's his name?
That's that. You put on the spot.
I'm putting her on the spot.
That's messed up.
You really are.
I'll give you a clue.
Wait.
What was that? Wait, are you throwing?
Wait, what?
Oh no, sorry.
Baseball?
No, that wasn't a baseball sign. That was a baseball sign.
That was a baseball sign. Okay.
Wait. I remember.
What is it?
Danny?
Oh my god, I was hoping you got it
Yeah?
wrong.
Damn,
I was
yeah,
hoping
you
you
got
got
it
it
wrong. I mean, yeah, that works.
So for anybody doing any future business with Groovy Vanessa, make sure you wear a name tag.
Always,
And,
always,
Because
always.
if not, you're gonna run into awkward situations just like this. Besides music, anything else we're into? Like we were talking a little bit off the air about shows. You were talking about Raising Dion. So
Yeah.
what kind of shows are you into? Like, are you into
honestly,
girly girl shows? Can I say that in 2019?
Girly
girl shows?
Yeah.
What's a
I
girl-
don't. Yeah.
What are you trying
What
to
is
say?
a girly?
What are you
girl
trying to
show?
say, bro?
Okay.
Pretty Little Liars.
Oh,
Don't
actually,
you like that show?
I love that show.
I've seen like maybe one episode of that.
I've seen
But
like
not
a few
really.
episodes.
I've seen like 5 seasons.
And what about
But who's counting?
what is that? What was that one? Jane the Virgin.
Yeah.
Oh, I never saw that.
I just saw the first season.
think I'm on
I
season
was
2 or
into
3.
that. Yeah.
Oh, you think?
I think I forgot.
Okay, so not girly girl shows. It feels like that's not your vibe.
I watched like New Girl. I guess that's kind
Yo,
of
New
girly
Girl's
girl.
fucking fire
It's
though, huh?
Funny, yeah.
Yo.
Schmidt is my favorite.
I've been through New Girl like 3 times.
No idea.
And that sounds
New
wrong,
Girl's
but like I mean the
funny.
seasons.
What about The Office?
You know what? I've only seen a few episodes, and those few episodes were really funny. But I don't know. It's a show that I always forget about and never go back to.
That hurts me.
I feel
I'm
like no one's
sorry.
ever said that.
I know.
I know.
Because I've gone through The Office like from front to back. I think 3 times.
And you know what else it is? My little brother is so into The Office that I just hear the freaking theme song over and over again
It
that it
annoys
makes
you?
me not want to watch it. Yeah. Yes. And he has like his little surround sound system, and he's blasting
yeah,
it.
Oh, that boy having a
Yeah.
good time.
Good ass time.
Nah, that shit would wake me up because I would like put it on and go to sleep, and then the theme song comes on in the middle of the night. And you're like, oh shit, fucking Dwight. Like,
Oh shit, Michael's Walden, of course.
nah, but yeah, for some people it's really hard to get into, but I think for the most part everybody pretty much likes it.
Yeah.
The thing with that is that it's dry humor.
Yeah,
So
it's
if you don't
super
like dry
dry.
humor,
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah.
gonna think it's funny.
You're gonna think it's dumb.
It's stupid.
basically.
But
yeah.
I fucking laugh my ass off. Like
Yeah,
to this
it's
day, I'll
funny.
watch something and I'll still start busting out laughing.
Dog, my girl forever like wasn't into it, like hated it. Like I would put it
The
on, she wouldn't
Office?
want to watch it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But by the time she finally caught on and got into it, this is how much she was into it. She got to the last season finale, the series finale, and she kept putting it off because she didn't want it to end. She didn't want to watch it.
That's what I did with Parks and Recs.
And you know she cried like a little girl.
Oh,
Oh, you thought I was gonna go there, huh? Nah,
I
Nessa's
mean,
here. I wouldn't say it.
went there.
I wouldn't say it, but she knows what I meant.
I mean, I've done that for shows too. I've put off the last episode just because it's like, like I don't want it to end. I don't want it to end. And
I don't think I've ever done that.
really,
Yeah. But also, I feel like
I did that for Breaking Bad.
I was gonna say I feel like by the time we get to like the last season of shows, like I'm already out.
All of yours, 9.
Yeah.
But Breaking Bad, the last season. Have you watched Breaking Bad?
I've never.
Whoa.
What? All right, cut. And this.
I feel like I have this long list of shows that I need to watch.
What's on that
already.
list?
Breaking Bad, The Office, of course.
Game of Thrones?
Yeah, Game of Thrones. I've never seen an episode of that.
Don't
Shut up.
You don't gotta
Francisco,
respect
shut
that.
up. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But continue.
Lost.
Never.
I've never
it
seen Lost either.
But Lost is one of those shows where like the last 2 seasons, you're like, eat a dick, bro.
Yeah?
Like you're over it. Like fuck this show.
Oh, okay. What other shows are?
I'm trying to think, but because there's plenty of shows that I'm like out by the last season. New Girl I never saw last season. Pretty Little Liars I never saw last season. I love
A lot
those shows.
of people say The Office too. Like the last season, they kind of threw it away.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Uh-huh.
But fuck, we got hella off topic, huh? Yo, my
we
bad.
Did. We did.
We went
Well,
fucking.
we're trying to get
left.
to know her.
Yeah, and I feel like everybody knows that she's bad with names. That's like the main thing we got out of this conversation. Is my bad. Let's go into some good qualities about you.
Oh, that's messed up. All these were bad qualities.
I mean, that's how it kind of felt. It felt like those were the ones highlighted on the email. So you said you're super
I don't
creative.
think we have an email.
Hey, Abraham, get on that. Get on the email. Just send one. Doesn't even matter what it has on it. Just send it. Start a fucking email chain. You said you were super creative. So besides baking, do you use your creativity for anything else?
Yeah, definitely. I'm also a makeup artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty
Hey, we're about to start a video, so we're gonna need somebody to do our make.
Hey, I got you. I got
Right?
you.
I mean,
Some contour and some like.
how
what
far
is
are we
it?
going with this?
What else? What else? Contour and what else? I don't know. Setting spray. I'm trying to think.
Is
of
that a
something.
thing?
I'm impressed. I'm
Hey,
impressed. You
that's
know,
true.
you.
Is that a thing?
Setting spray? Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
it
So when you
is. So
sweat, that shit don't come off.
Yeah.
You're at the club going ham after you're still chilling.
I don't know, Danny. I stay my ass at home, dude. I don't be going out like that. So you do makeup.
Yeah, so I do makeup.
I feel like the vibe I get off of you is that you would be good at arts and crafts, like drawing, like putting shit together.
You know what?
Talk to me.
I suck at drawing. Like I can't draw for shit. Like,
But she can draw on
like,
faces.
but
she can draw on
yeah.
your face.
It's like it's different, you know. I feel like it's different.
And how did you get into doing makeup?
It was
YouTube.
just something that caught my attention. I kind of watched a bunch of YouTube videos and
At YouTube
naturally caught
University.
on. Yeah,
YouTube
for real.
University.
I learned how to sew on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Did you really? I thought somebody taught you.
No, well,
somebody did
kinda.
teach you.
Someone kind of taught me, and then I went on YouTube and like perfected it. Now I'm a fucking master.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah,
You would call yourself a fucking master.
yeah. I would.
Damn, she slays these
Yeah.
girls.
Give me whatever face, I'll make it look good.
Oh, that's a challenge. Abraham, you're up, bro.
Wow. Hey, looks like that first email is gonna be to HR, huh, Abraham? God damn.
Interesting.
No,
So, do you do like events with makeup too?
Yeah, I do weddings. I do quinceañeras.
Oh shit.
I do anything.
looks like
I've-
you're
I've-
full of side hustles, dude.
I feel like
I-
I don't got a side hustle, and she has like 3 already.
She fucking makes pupusas and sells them out the bag. I'm like, God damn.
Actually, you know what? I
Whoa.
do. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
About to say.
I'm about to say.
Let me find out she already set up her stand outside. Like, we didn't go over this before the show.
That's dope. Makeup. That's dope.
Yeah.
So, okay. So out of everything that you put your efforts into and your time into and your energy into, would you say that baking is at the forefront of that?
I would say yeah.
And
Yeah.
why?
Why? Just because I feel like it's when I'm baking, I feel the happiest. So I guess it's just feeling it gives me,
That's
right?
cute.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
That's
Yeah.
cute.
No, I do. Hey man,
That's cute.
like
Yeah.
when this is just random because we're talking about sewing. When I was sewing something yesterday, and I was like, damn, I'm not thinking about nothing except
Yeah.
sewing this and just like relaxing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's like
Same thing. Like I
space
play,
to get away.
I play guitar, so when I'm
Yeah.
playing guitar, like I don't think about nothing except playing guitar. It's just
Yeah.
like a
It's
something to
it's
relax. Yeah,
therapeutic.
exactly. That's a perfect
yeah,
way to put it.
It's therapeutic.
Yeah.
And
I would assume that, at the end, by the time you're done, you would get like a sense of accomplishment. Like,
Oh.
I achieved something. I did
Yeah.
it,
That's
Yeah.
yeah. I feel
that's
it.
what
And then especially, okay, it's like for you, Danny, once you put that patch on or whatever you're doing when you sew,
Yeah.
like at the end, when you see the final product, it's like it makes you feel good.
And just a quick side story. I walked into work yesterday and I had my jacket on, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, that's a really nice jacket. Where'd you get that jacket?" And in my head, I'm like, "That's right, I did this shit myself." It was dope. It was good validation. But yeah, it's that sense of accomplishment when you learn to song guitar, when you bake something really like I don't know the cookie cake you just made. I'm sure you're
Yeah.
like, yes.
Then
like,
you
this
make
is
it for
dope.
somebody,
Yeah,
and they're like, oh,
and
shit.
the reaction is like the best. Like that's all I really care about. Like if they're satisfied with it, then I'm satisfied.
Damn. Looks like
Yeah.
I need to pick up a hobby.
Our podcast isn't your hobby?
Nah, dude, I'm going to start collecting quarters or something.
Oh, you click the 50 states?
Yeah, and then when somebody sees it, they're going to be like, fuck, you have a lot of time on your hands. I'll be like, but look in Nebraska 04, baby. Like, I'm fucking out here, you feel me?
That's dope. So, just question. Since I like apple pie, can you make pies too?
I could.
Damn, clutch.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can't bake?
You know what?
Pineapple-
I'm
pineapple
working on.
upside
You know
down
what I'm
cake.
working on? Cakes. Like that's the hardest thing for me. I don't know why. I can make cupcakes, but I can't
Hey,
make
have you seen
a
Cake
cake.
Wars? Cake Wars?
Yes, I watch it all the time.
Oh, so also
Yeah.
so you're into Food Network.
Oh yeah, definitely.
okay, I got
That's my
this.
go-to channel. Yeah.
She takes notes. She has the notepad out and everything. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I get
Uh-huh.
inspiration from it. Yeah.
I know that, like, now this time of year, they have, like, I don't know, like Halloween wars or whatever, so the cakes get all decorated, I was going to say stupid, all crazy. They get decorated all crazy. So, like, can you do shit like that? Or are we trying to do shit like that?
Yeah, if I could do that, I'd be super happy. But yeah, I'm working on it. So that's the goal, to be able to make something like that.
Need a couple more months on YouTube and I think you can
Yeah,
do it
exactly.
for sure. Hey,
And
YouTube, you can learn anything, man.
You be
really
having your own YouTube
can.
channel, bro.
You really
That's
really
true.
can.
I don't know so much about baking, but I've been knowing a whole lot about chefing.
Okay.
Bro,
What's up? Talk to me.
grilled cheeses don't count as chefing, bro.
First of all, when you do the butter with the fucking spinach and the fucking
Spinach in your grilled cheese?
oh no, it's just a garnish on the side. So the plate, the
I see.
presentation.
Presentation.
See,
I got
because
you.
I be
I-
next level.
I
Hey, chopped,
understand.
relax,
I
bro.
understand.
I'm
Relax, chopped.
saying,
Uh-huh.
if you had to pick between Chef Gordon Ramsay or Chef Bobby Flay, who would you pick?
Bobby Flay.
Yo, fuck Bobby Flay. Honestly, to this
Why?
day.
Oh, yeah, you don't like him. I
Yeah,
forget.
yeah. Me and Bobby Flay, we have a
Yeah.
Twitter beef that goes back. The only problem is he don't write back. But my shit on my side is heavy. I was gonna ask, what made you? Obviously, you have creativity. You've been wanting to do all this baking, and you've been doing it. What finally pushed you off the ledge and said, "Hey, we're gonna start this business"?
So, honestly, it was my family. Whenever we would have some type of gathering, even if it was just like a barbecue or something, I'd always bring the dessert. I'd always bake it, right? They kind of expected it from me. And every time I would bring something, I would get a good reaction. Like, they're like, "Oh, like, where'd you buy this?" I'm like, "No, I made it,"
Yeah,
like,
that's a good ass validation.
Yeah,
is.
honestly.
That's me.
And then, after I would make it, they'll be like, "Oh, make that thing you made the last time," you know what I mean? So it wasn't until like my chocolate chip cookies I started to become more consistent with the recipe. And they're like, "Dude, these are so good that you should start selling them."
Damn.
And I started off at my Nina's work. She's like, "Give me a few, let me take them and let me see what the reaction was." And she came back and they had ordered a couple dozen from me. Yeah.
Damn, that's like Francisco's story. That he doesn't shut the fuck up, so he had to make a podcast.
Yo, I was like, "What story?" All right, Danny, I'll give you that one. That was good. That was pretty fucking good. You threw me off. I don't know where the fuck I'm at now. I don't know where the fuck I'm at. Okay, so they're ordering the cookies. You're making them. Be honest. Does it ever get to the point where you're like, "Fuck, like, how many do I have to make?" Because you have a full-time job aside from this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, there are some of those days because I come home tired and I just want to sit down. But I want my business to be bigger, so that's worth more than me resting. So I just push myself to do it. But I do have those days where I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Do you see yourself? Do you see this as possibly in the future being your like main source of income or like your main business?
I do, honestly. Yeah, just because the reaction I get from people, they keep coming back, right? So I feel like why wouldn't other people come back if they have the opportunity to try them?
Right, once they got exposed to it.
Yeah, once they get exposed to it, like Mrs. Fields Cookies, you know that name, and all she does is cookies.
That's true. I had a cookie.
Let's do this.
My birthday.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
What?
Let's do this.
What?
Go ahead and get everything off your chest that you got to say about Mrs. Fields. Because that shit sounded like you was throwing shade.
Yeah, just go at her head right now.
Just go at her.
No?
Wait, what?
That's cool.
Oh my God.
If she's being shy, it's okay.
Either that or she's not hip and we just lost her in that conversation.
Yes.
It was one of the two.
It's cool.
It's cool.
We'll go at her head for you.
It just sounded.
Okay, wait, how did it come off?
It sounded like you had certain feelings about Mrs. Field and her corporation and the way she runs things.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
So we're going to give you your 15 minutes of fame to get off right now. Say what you got to say about her. And we're going to tweet her after the show.
No, it's actually inspiring. She just got.
You got to go at her head.
Go at her head. Why?
Man, fuck Mrs. Fields.
Yeah, fuck them.
Those cookie cakes are whack as fuck.
Whack as fuck.
So
Talk
much
that
better.
shit, Danny. Talk that shit, Danny.
Low-key, I really do, though.
Like, low-key, you see, now she's going at it. All right. You just got to hype her up a little bit.
I feel like you need Danny as a hype man.
I got you.
If you want to start shooting ads or anything of the sort, I will lend you Danny. I will lend you Daniel. And what happened? What happened?
I don't know you were my boss.
This is where I get my cut for the money, Danny.
Okay,
this is how we start working it out. We go 50-50 on Danny, okay? How about that?
What do I get?
Nah, you get to be in the ads, dude. We're gonna get your fucking Fashion Nova modeling shit off the ground right here.
I got you.
Fashion Nova man, what's up? Holla
Fashion
at
Nova
him.
men, thank you, please.
So besides Mrs. Fields, any other competition out there you want to get at?
No, I got nothing.
All right, we're good for the time being. So what's the next step for you?
For me, well, I just finished up my logo.
Okay.
So now that I have that, I want to advertise it, I guess, more.
Yeah.
I only have a few pictures on Instagram, so I'm working on that. So I just kind of want to I don't know. What's
Well,
the
we'll
word
take
for it?
we'll take a couple more pictures with this after, and we'll make sure we'll
And
send
make
you
sure we
those.
take a picture before we eat it though, because I
Oh.
forget sometimes. I'm
For
like,
real?
fuck, I should have taken a picture of that. I always I like food so much, I just go ham.
I feel like you do that even like if it's not your birthday, like it's somebody else's birthday cake, and you're like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna get a slice.
Yeah.
they're still trying to take a
they
picture,
haven't even gotten a slice
And you're
yet.
like, oh shit.
Yeah. So
Oh,
and
shit.
then just to follow up on that, so all your advertisement or your business, it's been all just word of mouth.
Yes,
Okay.
it has been. It's just been word of mouth. People just recommend me, to their friends, family, or whatever. And yeah, that's basically all it's been. And that itself kind of tells me there's some type of like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Potential.
Potential.
Look at me.
Yeah, there's some type
Not
of
that
potential.
that wasn't that hard, bro.
Did you guess it?
Yeah.
No,
No.
I did.
Just because I left some type of experience with them that they were able to tell somebody else about
Like,
it.
hey,
You know
you
what
should
I mean?
you should get her to
Yeah.
do these whatever blah 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 because they're
Yeah,
really good. Oh, okay, for
exactly,
sure.
like, they think of me when they're like, oh, I'm having a party. Oh, you should get her. You should get her to do the cookies
So
or
do you do
whatever,
like cool
the cheesecake
designs
vibes.
on them too?
On the cookie cakes?
On
Or what do you mean?
On, like,
on anything?
yeah.
Yeah, shoot me a picture and, I'll...
Like I
try
want the
to
Mona Lisa on
implement-
my fucking cake. I want to.
Oh,
Well,
I like the Sistine
remember,
Chapel.
I can't draw.
You're gonna, I was gonna say you're gonna get the Mona Lisbeth, dog. I don't know about. We gonna make shit work, dog.
My bad. I'm just creative like that. I want some extra shit on my stuff.
No, I feel it. I feel it. Well, maybe you should get a little bit better at drawing. How about that? Let's do YouTube University Drawing
All
101.
right, that'll be on my
So stick
list of
figures.
things to do.
Can we do stick figures?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. All right, cool.
I want you to get to the point where you can do memes on a cake.
Because
Because that should be fucking
That'd be
fire.
hilarious,
And my birthday's coming up. So,
bro. Your
Note
birthday's
to
like
self, note to self.
a few months away.
yeah, but the streets is talking about it. You forget, Danny.
I do.
I'll say this, though. Something that we've learned within doing this show and just the other people that we've interviewed with their small businesses and trying to grow is that consistency is key. Like, consistency will get you wherever you want to go. And I know that super sounds like we're a fucking super successful podcast, and we're not, but I'm just saying, like, with anybody who's trying to get anywhere, like, that's the road to take for sure. Like, you can't let shit slip with the quality of what you're doing, or even with the timing, like slipping on orders, or, sorry, I took your order, but I didn't have time to make it. Like, at the end of the day, you're a company now, you're a brand, you're a face. That shit has to come through. And you're welcome. That was free game for you. Okay? So you just take that with you, and, when you blow up, just keep bringing cakes by. Danny, we got anything else we want to get into?
So more about you. Do you like what are your favorite artists? I'm curious.
Favorite artist.
Like you said alternative. You said a bunch of different genres. So I want to
yeah.
know, like, give me
Favorite
one artist
artist.
from each genre, or not even
Or-
favorite, but just someone you listen to. Can't be like your top one, but
Favorite artist.
Chente.
I guess
I fucked with
an
Chente.
artist that I don't get tired of is, this is like, I don't know, this is random, but Janet Jackson. Like, I really like her music. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I didn't expect that. So yeah,
I
that
didn't
was pretty
expect that
random.
either.
Yeah,
But that's dope.
it's just I don't know. I can listen to her music at any type of mood, like, and I don't get tired of her music. I don't know.
I fucked
So
with
that's one artist.
I mean, she do be winning like
Um,
icon awards and shit. So I mean, yeah,
She does.
yeah. I would suppose she has hits for every fucking mood. I guess I don't know. I don't listen to her, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever like gone on my phone and like Janet Jackson play.
Homework for you guys. Check her
Yeah?
out. Check her out.
Yeah.
dude.
Check
I was
her
gonna
out.
ask what album, but she probably doesn't know the name of the album, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, she forgets the
She
names.
forgot.
I could describe the album picture.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that one looks
It's just her face. She has short curly hair and she has her hand like this.
She put her like.
That's the
palm.
only album
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
So.
but- There you go.
Yeah.
Interesting. I bet you everyone's like, "Oh yeah, duh, it's that album." We're all like,
Everyone
oh,
at home
fuck
is
yeah.
like, obviously.
duh.
And then,
You guys have a music podcast? Wow.
well, it's a lifestyle.
What about
podcast.
alternative?
Alternative rock. I would say Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I think, yeah, I don't think you can
Right?
go wrong there.
Yeah.
No, you can't go wrong with that. Favorite song by them? I don't listen to them that much, but I have a favorite song by them.
What song is that?
Hold up, I want her to say it first, then I'll say my song.
Okay, well, I have one too then.
All right,
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
we'll say it on
So-
3, but after she says
But it's
it.
not going to be the same one, though.
Maybe. She's like, oh, I forgot. I forget names of songs too.
But I can explain to you the video of how it looks.
To be honest.
To be honest, I forgot mine right now.
She's gonna be like, done. Look, she's gonna start singing
California.
California. That's a good song. It's a really good song.
Yeah, it is.
I like Under the Bridge.
I don't think I know that one.
I don't want to. I don't even know how it goes. I forgot already.
Well.
I don't ever want
And
to
yours?
feel like I did that day.
Oh, that is a
yeah.
good song.
You know what the song's about?
No.
But it's about him ODing on heroin.
Oh wow. I didn't know
But
that.
this show got depressing.
So what's your favorite song then?
The Give It Away.
Oh, give it away.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
I
about,
know
girl.
that. I know
Hey,
that
you do karaoke? That
sounded
shit
like
was
it.
beautiful,
I just
girl.
started now.
Oh, you just started your
Yeah.
karaoke
Bet.
career.
All right, cool.
She's like, so I delivered a cake at your event, and then if you want a live performance, I also
just
do
stay, yeah.
Janet Jackson's best hits.
Oh my
Oh.
God
Hey,
damn.
She did a song. Oh no, I remember one song. It's her and Michael Jackson. I forgot what it's called.
Oh,
Like in
okay,
space.
Nessa.
I didn't say Janet Jackson's my favorite artist.
Well, to be fair, Nessa, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Tell the people again where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram. My personal Instagram is groovy_Nessa. And my Soulfull Sweets Instagram is soulful with double L at the end _sweets.
Nessa.
Soulful.
Yes.
Okay.
Soulful.
Before you know it, the street's going to be talking about your baking company, Nessa. Thank you again for coming on. It's been a real good time. Catch you guys on part 2 of this episode.
Deuces.
And we're back. I want to give a big shout out to Nessa. Thank you for joining us. That was a whole lot of fun. Whole lot of gang shit, baby. But for now, let's get back to the regularly scheduled program, except it's not going to be so regularly scheduled. And why is that, Danny?
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
That's right. You are the captain.
I am
now,
the
baby.
captain now. All right, guys. So, you ready for some baseball talk, Francisco?
Let's do some baseball talk, baby.
Because this shit just got kind of interesting.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of maybe wrote off the Washington Nationals.
I feel like a lot of people did,
I think a lot of people did.
myself included.
Some
Some people who know a lot more baseball than me called a sweep by the Astros.
I thought it was going to be like in 4 or 5 for
4 or
sure.
5?
4 or
Yeah.
5 games. Sweep or, they win one just because.
And
And the Nationals are up 2-0.
okay,
Yeah, this shit got interesting.
shit went left real quick.
Shit went left real quick. So in game 1, the Nationals win 5-4. Garrett Cole, 7 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. Mad Max Scherzer, 5 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 7 Ks, 3 walks. I mean, it was a close game, so I'll give it to them. I was like, you know what? Whatever. Nationals win 5-4. It's a 1-run game. I'll take it. It gave me flashbacks of Allen Iverson against the Lakers, in the finals. Remember that?
I do remember
When
that.
they took game 1,
Yep.
and then Lakers came back. It was a gentleman sweep. Was that what it's called? Gentleman sweep?
I mean, that's what I'll call it from now
That's
on.
what I call it
If that's
from-
what you would like.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Nats led 5-2 in the 5th. It got a little interesting in the 7th and 8th inning. We had a couple home runs hit by let me see who. George Springer. Oh, George Springer actually hit a home run, and then in the 8th hit a double to
That
make
boy
it
good.
5-4. But they ended up losing the game. Cool, whatever. Take that L. What can you do about it? Astros are still the better team. At that point, I still thought they were the better team.
I would agree.
I still think they're the better team.
Okay.
And then let's go to game 2.
Talk about it.
Nationals win 12-3.
I didn't
12?
see that score coming.
I don't think anybody saw that score coming. It was tied 2-2 in the first. They broke it open in the top of the 7th. They scored 6 runs. And
Yeah, they did.
yeah, 6 runs, man. Strasburg had 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts. Verlander, and it's Verlander. He had 4 earned runs on 6 innings pitched. Remember I told you I think it was last episode or the episode before about how teams just get hot in the playoffs and they start winning
Yeah,
in baseball?
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening right now.
And I completely agree. You're right. Like last week, I disagreed with you, but it seems like the Nationals are proving it to be fact.
Yeah, I mean, and on top of that, they're hot and Houston's is cold too.
Yeah. Not only are they cold as far as the batting goes, but they're committing errors on the defensive end, and the Nationals are capitalizing, which is why you had that blowout lead. If it wasn't for the Astros' errors, I'm not saying the Astros would have won, but it would have been a closer margin of victory.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, I think they had 6 runs in one inning. But what's interesting is that the next inning they had 3, and then they added one more. Again, like I said, they're just on fire, dude.
Yeah.
And it sucks to see because in reality, obviously Houston's the better team. But as of now, like
Right now in that locker room, whatever the fuck's going on with the Nationals right now in that dugout, shit is contagious.
it's contagious, bro.
It's contagious, bro. And honestly, I feel like that's the best word I've said all show.
Contagious?
Contagious, a pretty fire word, huh? Nobody saw that shit coming.
I mean, it's not that nice of a word, but
I think it's pretty. Okay.
I'll give
Either
it
you're
to
gonna
you.
give it to me, or you're not gonna give it to me. Then
But my question to you is:
talk to me.
Are the Houston Astros dead?
No. Danny, as a matter of fact, Danny, can you do me a favor?
Yes, sir.
Give me an update on the live score
Live score right now?
because the game started before we started recording.
we did.
We know that the Astros scored first, but as of right now, we don't know what the score of the game is, and it's game 3. It's very pivotal.
Yes. So right now, Houston is up 3-1 in the bottom of the first. Sorry, bottom of the 5th. I apologize.
God damn, that's a
Bottom of
big
the
ass
first.
difference between the first and the 5th, though,
Yeah,
huh, Danny?
bottom of the 5th, Houston's up 3-1.
Okay, and that's a prime example of the juice get you loose, dog. When Danny be sipping, numbers get a little bit confused.
Hey,
But I ain't even mad. I like this Danny a little bit more.
hey, it's not
I
how you
like-
start; it's how you finish. I
That's
corrected myself, right?
Boy, that's right, boy.
Exactly.
That's right.
But
Okay,
look,
so 3-1,
yeah, go ahead.
bottom of the 5th.
Yeah,
Astros are up.
yes, Astros are up.
The Astros need to win this game.
Uh-huh.
There's no way you can give up this game and come back in the series.
Absolutely not.
They need to win this game. If and when they win this game, I have complete confidence they can come back and take charge of this series.
So you're saying they're gonna win today for sure?
Yes.
Besides the fact that they're up 3-1 right now.
Yeah. I besides that, I needed them to win this game.
Uh-huh.
And that's the thing. Nobody wanted to bet me this round.
Nobody wanted to smoke with you.
Last round, all of a sudden, all these fucking Yankee fans came out of the blue. And I'm not talking about Mitch, and I'm not talking about Lechuga. I know you guys are fucking Yankee fans. I'm not talking about you guys. But there are other people who out of the blue want to come make these bets with me because you want to see the Astros lose because of what they did to the Dodgers in 2017. Cool. Astros did work. They did what they had to do to carry the Yankees. Now, all of a sudden, we're on to the World Series to face the Nationals. I got bread on the Astros. I didn't post a limit. I didn't post nothing. Whatever you want, we'll make that bet. Nobody came out of the work to
Ain't
make
nobody
that bet.
wanted to smoke.
But now the Nationals are up 2-0. Y'all want to get at me. What's that about, bro? What's that about? You didn't have confidence 2 games ago. All of a sudden, we decided to pull our pants up and be men about who the fuck we gonna root for. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I don't blame them, dude. Like I said earlier, I thought, okay, Nationals, that's a good story. They made it to the World Series, but they about to get smacked.
I feel it. I just don't like it when now you want to come talk.
Of course.
Now you want to talk to me.
Uh-huh.
And as a matter of fact, side note, but I have to make this statement because I know he listens to this show.
What's that?
Juan Goalie Martinez, baby. Okay. First of all, you switch sides from the Galaxy to the LAFC. Cool. I let that shit slip. That's how you want to roll. That tells me a lot about you. But you want to start talking to me once LAFC goes up 2-0? Okay, well, the Galaxy come back to tie the game up. All of a sudden, your text messages go quiet. You don't want to talk to me no more. But then LAFC goes up again, and all of a sudden, you hit in my line. You one of the people I'm talking about, bro, and I don't like that.
Damn. Okay.
And I don't, and I know you listen to this show, so I know you're going to hear this. Go ahead and text me when you hear this, baby. Hey, matter of fact, send an email. Abraham in charge of the email. Send an email, baby.
But besides dealing with annoying ass LAFC fans,
Cool.
you know what else is annoying?
What's that?
Clipper fans.
Okay, big facts.
Big facts.
Big facts.
And sadly, the Lakers opened up their season against the Clippers.
Okay.
Sadly, they lost 112 to 110.
Uh-huh.
And surprisingly,
112 to 110?
Yes. Whoa.
112 to 102.
102. I apologize.
The juice
Damn.
is loose,
The juice
baby.
is loose to me today. But surprisingly, Francisco kind of called this.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact score I called last week, but it was about a 10-point differential. I said we were gonna lose the first game. Look, the way you have to look at it, if you're a Laker fan, we're without Kuzma, we're without Rondo. The Clippers are the favorite to win the championship. It's only opening night. and we still hung in that game. It was only a 10-point game. We're not even at our full potential. We're not even at our full strength. The thing that I don't like is so many people taking shots at KCP.
Oh, girl,
I understand.
I was about to ask you about him too. Right now,
I understand the stat line was terrible for KCP, but if you didn't watch the game, you don't understand what he was doing on the defensive end. He was asked to guard Kawhi. First of all, it's a mismatch. KCP cannot guard Kawhi.
I think for sure.
I would say 80%
80%
of the people
league can't guard Kawhi.
for sure. I would
Yeah.
say 85% of the people would agree that KCP cannot guard Kawhi. Maybe even a little higher. Okay, he was asked to guard Kawhi. If you watch that film, he did what he was supposed to do, and Kawhi just made tough shots. At the end of the day, you got to shake that man's hand. Hey, you just did your damn fucking thing. It's like watching Kobe in Staples Center in his prime.
He could
Guys,
not do nothing.
You cannot do nothing with him. Guys did what they were supposed to do, what you're taught to do, the fundamentals, and you just can't do nothing. The guy just made a tough shot. You fucking shake his hand and you run down to the other side of the court, and that is what it is. I understand that he played 27 minutes and he didn't get buckets.
He got no buckets.
I
No
understand.
buckets.
I understand that we need more of that, but those shots are gonna fall, especially when you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and they're gonna be getting double teams. They're kicking the ball out to the open threes. Those shots eventually are gonna fall. If you want to look to blame somebody, don't put all the blame on KCP. Part of the blame is there because he should have made a couple buckets, but you have to look at Anthony Davis' inefficiency on the offensive end.
Yes.
You have to look at JaVale McGee. And he had a terrible fucking game.
Horrible.
You have to look at Avery Bradley, who went 2 for 7.
3 for 7. Hey,
3 for
put
7.
some respect on his
3
name.
for 7. I apologize. And you have to look at the fucking coach, Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel, before the fucking season started, I had your fucking back. But once you start playing Jared Dudley, I can't defend your ass no more, bro. Don't play Jared Dudley. Jared Dudley needs to be the dude getting towels and water for our players. He doesn't need to be the guy guarding on the fucking post. Okay, get Jared Dudley out the fucking game. He needs to be an overpaid water boy. That's what he needs to be.
That's what he needs to be.
Matter of fact, at halftime when the Laker girls come out, he needs to be in formation. He needs to be in fucking formation. Don't be throwing Jared Dudley in the motherfucking game. That's not the shit I want to see. Jared Dudley is not essential piece in us winning a title this year. And I know it's just the home opener, and I got to give him a chance, and he going to do his thing, and the coach going to make mistakes, and he going to figure shit out. But I'm letting you know right now, the loose is juice in me, and I'm letting you know Jared Dudley don't belong on that court. Fuck with me, Danny, one time.
Hey, how does that make? How did that feel?
I think you just heard how that shit felt, dog.
Like
That shit was
better.
frustrating. It was
feel better?
aggravating. Oh, Jared Dudley belonged at the YMCA with me, dog. What the fuck is he doing on the fucking Staples Center floor, dog?
To go back, you're talking about Anthony Davis's efficiency.
Inefficiency.
He was 8 for 21.
That's not
from the
going to get it
field.
done.
Not gonna get it done.
Especially when he had moments where his post moves and the guys who are guarding him, he was fucking eating. He was shining in certain times.
Yes.
So it's like, I don't understand. If the double team's coming or if you don't got a good look, we sign shooters for a reason.
And speaking about shooters,
Talk to
let's
me.
talk about Danny Green.
Let's talk about motherfucking Danny Green. First off, the night he was signed, I was at my girl's crib. I got the fucking ESPN alert right next to me, and I started going crazy. And she goes, "What the fuck happened?" I'm like, "Girl, we got Danny Green. What the fuck you mean? What just happened?"
Why don't you know? What the fuck is wrong with you?
And when Danny Green starts going stupid in the third quarter, I text Danny. And what I text you, Danny?
That's why the fuck we got Danny Green.
That's why the fuck you signed Danny Green to do that shit, baby.
Yeah, he was
Imagine.
on. I think 28 points, 10 for 14 from the field, 7 of 9 from the 3.
He had 28 points on the night, but I believe 18 of those points came in the third
quarter. Yeah.
He was just fucking hot. He was hitting everything.
Honestly, I think if it wasn't for him, we probably maybe got
Like a blowout?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Again, like it's the first game of the season. What pisses me off, shout out to my boy Steve. We were talking about this earlier today. I feel like everyone is on that, just freaking out. I can't believe we lost to the Clippers.
No.
Oh,
no,
they didn't have Paul George. How the fuck can we lose to them? Like we're gonna get smacked when they have Paul George. Like, yo, relax.
We're not.
It's the first fucking game of the season.
We're not. I guarantee you, because what you add in Paul George, you're also subtracting things off of the floor. You're subtracting minutes from other guys, which means the Clippers are gonna have to go small. They're gonna have to go smaller than they already are, or he's taking minutes from some of their key players like Lou Williams. I understand they're going to be a better team with Paul George. I'm not saying they're going to be worse. But also, we're missing pieces in Kyle Kuzma and Rajon Rondo. It's a season opener. Don't overreact. We're going to be just fine.
I think so, too.
We're gonna bounce back tonight. As a matter of fact, the next Laker game starts in
like 5 minutes, 15 minutes. I don't know.
15 minutes.
It's just it's 7:30, but and then it starts a little.
No, it's
later
gonna
than
start
that.
like 7:45.
Yeah. But talk about something else. Bouncing back. Someone that couldn't really bounce back is T-Pain.
Teddy Payne.
Teddy Payne, I'm
Okay.
gonna buy you a drink.
So let's talk about it, because honestly, when I heard this news, it made me upset. It made me feel bad. T-Pain was scheduled to go on tour. He ends up canceling his tour. And when he canceled his tour, his PR, his team around him, they were like, "Hey, don't give the actual reason. Don't say why we're canceling this tour. Let's make something up. Let's come up with a story." And T-Pain said, "No. I'm going to be honest. There's a specific reason why we're canceling this tour, and I'm just going to come out and say it, because at the end of the day, it's my truth." So Teddy Payne comes out and says he's canceling the tour due to low ticket sales, which nobody ever wants to hear.
No,
Especially because we're avid fans of T-Pain. T-Pain is a motherfucking hitmaker.
he is.
Here's the thing that bothered me. Once I heard he was canceling the tour, I was upset because I never knew he was going on tour in the first place.
And so
Who's
exactly.
ever doing your advertising?
Yes, their marketing
is because
fucking
I
up.
would go to a T-Pain concert.
Agree.
I would
Agree.
go. So
Agree.
who's ever doing your advertising already fucking up, dog. You telling me I'm gonna go to a show? He gonna do I'm sprung. I'm gonna buy you a drink. He's
Bartender.
gonna do bartender. He's gonna do fucking the flow rider shit. Shawty got low.
Oh, low. With-
Apple
that
bottom
song-
jeans, boots with the fur. You gonna do all that shit? Like, come on, son. I'm gonna go see Teddy Payne.
No, fuck yeah. He has a song with Chris Brown, Freeze. Like he has bangers.
He's not only doing his hits, he's doing all the shit he's featured on, which are hits.
Exactly.
Like so to me, you have to blame part of who's ever on your advertising team. But at the end of the day, like, hey, if you're not selling tickets, let's not set up arenas or whatever the fuck he was setting up. Let's set up smaller venues, because
agree.
people will show out to go see you. And I understand it's gonna be a cut in your paycheck, but you know what? He came to terms with the fact that I'm not as popping as I once was. I'm here now. I've lowered the bar.
I'm a tier 2.
I'm a tier 2, tier 3 artist. And if you can accept that, there's still money to be made out
There's
there.
definitely
People will come see you. I will go see T-Pain. You tell me T-Pain performing at fucking 143 on the last Thursday of next month?
Yeah.
We in that
We're
bitch.
in there. We're in
we
there.
in that
Hell
bitch
yeah.
with fucking apple bottom jeans and the boots with the fur. Or maybe, I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. The thing, look, I respect that a lot. Me, it's all about honesty. The dude was honest. You know what? No, fuck that. I'm not going to lie to my fans. I'm not going to lie to people. I just couldn't sell. Again,
Yeah.
like you said, you hit it right on the head. I didn't know he was going on tour. A lot of people.
I had no idea.
So whose fault is that? Is that his fault or is that his marketing team's fault?
Yeah.
Like you just said, I agree. But on top of that, just because I know people probably talking about, oh, but he only uses autotune. First of all, I've seen him live. I haven't seen him live. I've seen his performances live.
Without autotune.
Everything is all autotune. Everything is not autotune. He does not use autotune when he's performing live. I think sometimes when his hooks, but he can sing. Dude can sing.
Yeah.
Look on YouTube, Tiny Desk Concert.
Tiny Desk Concert
That
was
shit
fucking
is
lit.
soulful. Like you said earlier, you're soulful.
Yeah.
Like it's lit. Like he can sing. It's not just autotune. Again, you know what? His marketing team fucked up. Nobody knew he was going on tour. It happens. But honestly, I kind of what's good about this, you know how they say all publicity is good publicity? This is gonna turn out good for him. Because now people are talking about it.
I would hope so. I know me and you are talking about it. I know everybody who's listening to this, if you're a T-Pain fan, now you know, look out for the next T-Pain shows. Because you want to see him before he's done performing. I want to see him before he's done performing.
Definitely.
He got fucking hits. I want to be sipping on a couple fucking Crown Royals and ginger ales, feeling myself. The juice is loose within me.
The juice is
And
loose.
all you hear is, I'm sprung.
Dog,
She got me.
Ooh.
Ooh. Somebody going home married and pregnant that night, baby.
Oh.
You feel me?
But speaking about bangers,
I thought you was going to say, speaking of pregnant. I was like, God damn, Danny.
I'm talking. I got another artist that has bangers.
Talk to me.
And I'm talking about Kendrick Lamar.
K. Dot.
K.
Kung
Dot.
Fu Kenny.
K. Dot. His album Good Kid, Mad City. Was their 7-year anniversary was this past week,
Yep.
October 22nd.
Yes, sir.
We think we've had a episode literally just about this.
For sure we
about
have.
this album.
Yeah.
And personally,
Shout out Mitch. He was on that episode.
Yes, shout out Mitch. Personally, one of my favorite albums of maybe all time.
It's a great album.
It's storytelling. That honestly, because I wasn't I can't say I was a day one fan with Kendrick. I wasn't listening to Section 80.
Right.
This was when I first found out who he was
Right.
with this album, and I was completely in shock.
I would
It
say this
amazing.
was the first time a lot of people were exposed to it, because this time around, before on Section 80 and Overly Dedicated, he didn't have this backing. Now he had the backing of Aftermath. Now he had the backing of Dr. Dre. So this was the first time a lot of people were exposed to him. I want to give a shout out to my homeboy Rich, because recently, he's super into metal. He sent me an album, and he's like, yo, send me an album. Based off the album he sent me, I sent him this album.
Interesting.
Yeah, I sent him this album, and he fell in love with it. He has that shit on
super
repeat.
dope.
And I'm like, I'm just happy that it's able to cross genres to someone else's ears, and like you can understand the artistic point of view behind it. Like it's an amazing album from front to back. It's a movie, really. It doesn't have any misses.
I don't think it does.
It doesn't have any
honestly.
misses. And it's people always say, let's wait 10 years before we call it a classic. Shit, it's been 7. This shit stands the test of time. It stands the
Yeah,
test.
oh no, for
It's
sure,
a fucking
for sure.
classic
It's
album.
It's a fucking classic album for sure.
Yo, shout out Kung Fu Kenny.
I think we talked about it on that episode with Mitch, but what's your favorite song on that album?
Sing About Me Dying of Thirst. That is my favorite Kendrick song of all time.
Just because of the 3 different verses.
Yeah,
does with it?
yeah. The way he breaks it down, and like if you've been listening to him for a while, then you really understand where he's, or what perspective or what point of view he's trying to come from on that song. And it's just fucking deep. It makes you think, and his lyrical ability really shines on there. His storytelling shines on there, and it's like, yo, he's obviously one of the greatest to ever do this, bitch.
I think one of my favorite songs is The Art of Peer Pressure. I
Yes.
think I said the exact same thing in the last
Yes.
episode.
But I just heard it again a couple days ago, and I understand.
yeah,
I understand.
it and we got new fans now, so maybe they didn't know what we talked about back then.
True.
So because we be popping like that.
True.
And I think I remember saying, and I still feel like this to this day, is that song literally put me back like to being young and being stupid and doing stupid shit with my friends. And then
As opposed to being old and being stupid, or
I mean, I guess I'm stupid now too, but I guess I should know better. But I didn't know better back then.
right.
And I think he ends like with the verse with about to get my first offense with the homies. That's like the kind of the common theme.
Yep.
And like it really took me back to being a teenager doing stupid shit, and it's exactly what it just literally took me back in time.
It's literally the title of the song, The Art of Peer
the art of
Pressure.
peer pressure, like you're doing shit because of
Yeah,
peer
because you
pressure.
want to look cool, because
You
you want to fit in, because that's just what's going on within your inner circle. The art of peer pressure.
yeah, and with me with music, if music can make me feel some type of way or even take me back to a point in my life, like that shit hits me.
Of course,
It hits
that's
me.
what it's supposed to do.
Yeah,
That's when it's at its best.
definitely. But besides that, we got to get back into sports again. We talked about basketball.
We did.
Now we got to talk about some football.
Let's talk about some football.
foosball. Let's
Some
talk about Thursday night
foosball.
football. We had the Minnesota Vikings beat the Washington Redskins 19-9. And honestly, did you watch the game?
No, I didn't. I was at work. If
Uh,
not, I would have.
Yeah.
I don't want people thinking I'm just not watching just
It was
because
like,
I was busy doing adult
You were
responsibilities.
adulting?
Adulting.
Well, let me break it to you. It was kind of a snooze fest.
It depends.
One touchdown was scored the whole game by Dalvin Cook. I mean, if you got Dalvin Cook on fantasy, that's clutch. If you got Stephon Diggs on fantasy and he's a PPR league, he had a bunch of points.
Okay, that's cool.
But there was no passing touchdowns. But you know how it was the good game? It was a really good game if you had either kicker.
Oh,
If we had
word?
Dan Bailey or Dustin Hopkins, they both had perfect nights.
So do you have their total fantasy points on there or no?
I don't have their total fantasy points, but I have their total points just in general.
Well, I'm
And Dan-
assuming for the
so, like-
Redskins, you went 3 for 3.
So yeah, so Hopkins went 3 for 3, 9 points.
Minimum.
His longest one was 43 yards, so he probably got around like what
11.
11, 12. Dan Bailey 4 for 4, 13 points total, and then his longest was 50, so he probably got like 15, 16.
4 for 3. Yeah.
Yeah, so
You probably got a
mean,
15-pointer out of that
yeah,
boy.
exactly. So that's if I got the kickers. Like I'm
I'm
with
lit.
it. I'm with it.
I'm
Let's
lit.
go. Let's do this every single week. Let's not though, because all these games have been whack, honestly.
Oh, okay.
But besides that, I was looking forward to Sunday, just seeing what games coming up.
What game stands out to you, Danny?
Honestly,
Talk to me.
there's like no game that stands out
What
to
do you
me.
mean? There's no good matchups this
There's
week?
no good matchups, man. I mean, like, the Rams are playing the Bengals in London. I don't really care. Like, we're probably gonna win. They're 0-7. Watch we lose.
Yeah,
Imagine.
don't jinx yourself.
Like Washington, Minnesota, Seattle, and Atlanta. Like, I don't know. I just don't see nobody here that interests me. But something that does interest me
Talk to me.
is the Patriots against the Browns.
Okay, why does that, out of all the matchups, why does that interest you?
I just want to see how badly they smack the fuck out of the Browns. Honestly,
Here's my thing. Under the Bill Belichick era, the Patriots are undefeated against quarterbacks who are 24 years or younger.
Really? That's a weird stat.
Ask me how old Baker Mayfield is.
How old is Baker Mayfield?
24 years.
Oh,
So don't tell me there's a chance to break that streak.
oh, that's interesting.
Don't tell me Nick Chubbs and Odell Beckham gonna eat.
I don't think they're gonna eat.
Me neither, but
I think the spread, like last time I checked, was -11.
so you're telling me there's a chance.
I mean, it's not. I mean, what's good about it is that the New England defense is gonna eat because they've been eating this whole fucking season.
Okay, let me say with this, and I don't mean to sound like a hater.
I agree with you before you say it because I already know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Go ahead, but go ahead.
But I appreciate that. The New England defense has been good. But due to the fact of the teams they've played,
Cheeks.
their stats
Cheeks,
are a bit inflated.
their cheeks.
So
All the
when
teams are
people
cheeks.
say, oh, they're a great defense and you can compare them to the fucking 84 Bears, you know what? It's a good defense. They're going to score fantasy points because of the teams they've played, because of the teams in their division. They're just hot right now, and they're riding the wave.
They're hot. They're playing weak-ass teams. That's what it is. They're going to play another weak team, the Browns.
Yeah.
I mean, not weak, mediocre. But, I mean, that's where they feast.
Yep.
But to continue on with that, we got to let them know who we're going to start and who we're going to sit them.
So we're going to talk about fantasy,
We're
baby.
gonna talk about fantasy, baby. So, since, I've been telling you the point this episode, you want to start them? You want to start with your sit them?
Oh, hell yeah. First of all, the first player I want to sit is Derrick Henry, and he's going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I feel like I've been shitting on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a lot this season,
You
so
have.
I'm about to give them some love, dog.
Okay.
The Buccaneers are number 1 against rushing yards allowed.
Number 1.
First of all, that's hard to believe.
Interesting.
But once I ramble off this list, let's check how hard to believe this is.
All right, let's do this.
I'm about to name the running backs they've played against this year. You ready?
Okay.
They've played Christian McCaffrey
Okay.
twice. They've played a guy, I don't know if you've ever heard of him. His name is Saquon. First name Saquon, last name Barkley.
Yes.
They've played against a guy named Todd Gurley. They've played against a guy named Alvin Kamara. And they've played the Niners tandem of Matt Breida and Tevin Coleman. So you're telling me you've played all these great running backs. You've gone through this onslaught, this gauntlet of fantasy running backs, and you're number 1 in rushing yards allowed? Yeah, I'm telling you, it's the motherfucking truth, dog. So I'm going to sit Derrick Henry against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers get beat, but they get beat through the air. Tennessee Titans got Ryan Tannehill at the helm now. So I feel like late in the game, that's where they're going to go to. They're going to be passing the ball. Derrick Henry ain't eating like that.
For sure. Okay, so with my stardom, I like when we connect because we connect.
Talk
We
to
connect.
me.
So my stardom, I got Jameis Winston against the Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
Look, I get it. Mediocre. He's been up and down. He had a meltdown last game, but that's because O-line couldn't protect him. Right tackle Lamar Dotson is expected to return after missing the last game, so he should be protected more. On top of that, the Titans rank 21st on quarterback pressures and 29th on quarterback hurries. What does that mean? He's going to have all the time in the world to throw the ball. Exactly.
Your math makes sense.
And it makes sense, right? Yeah, this is exactly why quarterbacks have had at least 20 or more points in the last 4 of 6 games against them. So you start Jameis Winston.
Okay, I'm going to go with my next sit-em, and my sit-em is going to be Tyler Boyd of the Cincinnati Bengals going up against your Los Angeles Rams.
What?
Tyler Boyd has been a stud in the absence of A.J. Green, but he's coming off of back-to-back bad games for fantasy purposes, and this week I feel like he's going to see a lot of the Rams' shiny new toy, and their shiny new toy is Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey, baby.
So I feel like he's going to have another tough outing. He's due for back-to-back bad games, bro. Sit Tyler Boyd.
Back to back to back to back.
Yep.
Not like the Lakers, because they were back to back to back.
Well,
For my next stardom, I got Johnson from Detroit, but not Kerryon Johnson.
ooh, who you talking about?
Ty Johnson.
It's a good thing I picked him up off waivers.
Hey, oh, look, Kerryon's on the IR. I don't know if you guys know what that means, but that means at least 8 weeks he's out.
It means he's on the
I mean, he's on the And I got him too, which sucks. Ty has a chance to be the lead back for the Lions. He also has some decent receiving skills. The Giants' defense has been rocked by leading rushers by allowing at least an average of 114 yards per game. That's a lot of yards that they're giving up.
Sounds like a lot. It's a big number, man.
He should get around 15 touches. Ty should. And honestly, I bet pick him up off the waivers. Start him right away, please.
Yes, sir. Let's go. My last sit-em is going to be Damian Williams versus the Green Bay Packers. And even though it's a pretty good matchup, especially with the fact that Patrick Mahomes is already ruled out, so we're thinking they're going to lean on the run a little bit more. The Kansas City running game has been in shambles. It's confusing because Damian Williams is listed as a starter, so we would assume he's going to get all the touches.
Yeah.
But in the last 2 games, who's leading that team in touches as far as the running game goes? It's your boy LaShawn McCoy. So you can't trust that game. You can't trust it even with Andy Reid at the helm because he's had his history in Philadelphia where he just spreads the running games. He spreads the touches too much around. And I'm not saying that they're not going to have a good game running the ball. What I'm saying is you don't know who's going to get the majority of the touches. You don't know who's going to get the majority of the productivity for the fantasy points. So maybe you can start Damian Williams out of flex. I would personally sit him, but also I have LaShawn McCoy on my fantasy team. So that's what I'm going to start.
Oh, that makes sense. So before I say my last stardom,
Talk to him.
I just want to thank the Miami Dolphins for making my stardom so easy all the time, every single week.
Also, thank them for your water bet that you lost.
Let's not talk about that.
We will talk about that. We got that video?
We do, sadly.
All right, we got that video.
Yeah, we do. Hey, make sure you email that to everybody, please. Thank you. Yeah, so Miami Dolphins, thank you for making my job easy. Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm always going to pick against you guys. I got Mason Rudolph.
That's so disrespectful.
Mason Rudolph. I want to start Mason Rudolph against the Miami Dolphins. It's like a merry-go-round, honestly. Every time somebody plays the Dolphins, you start them. Their ass, their cheeks. The Dolphins allow the most points to opposing quarterback, not surprised. And Rudolph, on top of that, put up 21 points against a weak opponent, which was Cincinnati. They gave up 11 most in passing yards, and I can keep on going. You want me to keep on going? I'll keep on going.
Okay.
They're second to last in sacks and last in quarterback pressures. And I get it. Mason Rudolph, I think he has like a 67% completion rate, and I think he has like 6.8 yards per pass attempt. But it's the fucking Dolphins. Start Mason Rudolph.
Swag, bitch.
Swag.
But
thank you guys for listening. This is a great episode. We about to eat some cookie cake because we got a little
for sure. That's a special treat from the homegirl Nessa at Groovy Nessa on the IG at Soulfull Sweets. That's her baking company, and we about to go watch this Laker game, baby. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang. Deuces.